Good evening, good evening. How are you, everybody? Welcome to TST Creations. I'm JT. Do you want to get into 3D printing like I did, but don't know what to do? Well, sit back, have a seat, and listen. First thing you want to do is you want to sit down and figure out what do you want to do with your 3D printer. Do you want a small one? Do you want a big one? Do you want something too big? But if you're a beginner, I recommend um, the A1 Lab A1 Mini or the A Lab A1. I am not sponsored by and Bamboo Labs. I'm not sponsored by them at all. But Bamboo Lab A1 printer for me work right with me is amazing. It was plug and play actually. First thing I get out of the way, I researched different mini printers over the weeks. Elegoo, Flashforge, Bamboo, Ender, and many more. And I was trying to figure out what I want to do, how much I want to spend, how much I could spend before I get in trouble. Um, and I decided my uncle in Philadelphia has A1 Mini Bamboo, and I was like, I want to get a printer. He's like, well, if you want me, if you just getting into this, get the Bamboo A1 Lab printer. Got it. Um, and sorry, I decided to go ahead and research it and look it over, think it over, and then I got it. I got it, and it sits right there. I'm printing right now. Um, yes, I got it a few weeks ago, and I've been working with it every day. I love it. Every day is a learning process. Um, thank goodness for people who are on TikTok or who will help me with this journey, that 3D printing, um, and YouTube. If you want to know anything about 3D printing, it's on YouTube. From your first print to a benchy is this little benchy thing here. Yay! I have many of them. Um, then I decided to go try something harder, and I made this here. It's a gnome. So I did that, and then as I tried some new things. I tried the colors and like I wait for different colors, and then I decided to go a little step farther, and I made this. It was my very first big um, project I did, and it's an Oni mask. Um, then my son decided he wanted a, a Daredevil mask. I made that. I got into doing dragons. If you know some TikTok, they're on TikTok. They are big on TikTok right now, and everywhere you go, I designed it. Decided to design. Oh, I didn't design it. I made this one myself on with the help from someone from Bamboo Labs and Maker's World. It's on there. And sorry, um, long day. So I've done many things so far. Things for the family. Here, my son want this. Here, you can have it. I make him this, and that, and stuff like that. But it's fun. It's actually pretty fun doing this here. You want to learn things every day, and like I did, I was just hell bent on learning. I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to learn. I got a notebook, and I wrote notes down. YouTube and how to measure head of a helmet. Um, Maker's World is amazing. Printables is amazing. Thingiverse is amazing. Um, if you wanted to cosplay, Do3D has one of the best costumes I've seen so far. Um, I'm not sponsored by them at all, but I do use Do3D for my helmets for my Daredevil mask that I used. And you know, thankful that this community is pretty big. Um, Miss Daisy Lee is on here. She is a 3D printer, and I asked her some questions. She helped me out a lot, and I'm appreciative of that. But also, I said like the community on TikTok community is big for 3D community is big. But you know, it's something to learn when you're new to this. It's hard. Trust me. I was nights when I messed up, I failed, you know, and then filament. Filament is very 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 good. Um, there's different filament you can find. There's Sunlu, Elegoo. There's bamboo, which I use a lot. Um, and there's so much more on Amazon that you can find. Glow and dark, silk, color changing filament, rainbow filament. Um, there's filament you can use for car parts. Trust me, there's filament you can use to make Crocs. Um, I saw on YouTube a YouTuber made a benchy out of filament and made it float. She did. And another YouTuber did it. So I was like, what? They took a boat like this. Here you go, like that, and made it into a life-size boat where they can float it on a river. Shocking. But I'm not gonna stop giving up and not stop learning because I want to go and do cosplay. So costumes, helmets. Um, I want to do more stuff, and then also eventually I want to go and design my own stuff on Blender. Um, it's amazing. I've spent weeks trying to figure Blender out, how to design my own things, and I decided as a new person learning this to slow down and just take my time. So I decided to go ahead and make stuff in my printer. I have um, stuff for it. I printed things that I need for it from YouTube that said you need this. I printed it already, and then I made this today. It's like this it's a sketties, I think that's what's called. I'm not sure, but I can make this here and hang it on, put it on something here. I can hang stuff on here and make it like my workshop. So I'm learning, and then also I do Legos, so I can make stands for my Legos that stand on the side. I do stuff like that. So every time I go on YouTube on Maker's World for Bamboo Maker World, I'm trying to figure out what's next. What's next? You always want to learn something, try something different that you haven't tried yet. It could be a lamp. It could be a fidget spinner, a fidget toy. Just little things here and there. But let you know this: 3D printing um, desires patience. Patience is number one because your prints could take 34 minutes up to 64 hours for one print, and then you have some prints at 36 hours, 43 hours, and you're just sitting there waiting for your print to be done. You're gonna go nuts. Trust me, I've done it. I've done it twice so far, and now I know why people have more than one printer. Sorry, more than one printer to have because it's better to have more than one printer. That way, your productivity is going further because you're one's printing, other printing. So when that's done, you can take it off and start something else. So eventually, I want another printer. So I have two printers. Um, Bamboo came out with a new printer, the H2D printer recently. The H2 printer came out recently, and it's an amazing printer. It has laser printer. It's a laser. It cuts paper. It cuts wood. It can do so much stuff, and it's like crazy expensive. But for those who want it, you want to get it. They'll get it eventually. But I might get to another A1 on my own, and then with the AMS light as well, so I can print 8 colors at one time. So I can go with print 8 colors on one, four on one, four on the other one, and just keep going and process. I think I just this 3D printing has sparked my interest in this community, and I enjoy it. I like it. It's fun. Um, and I ask questions. So if you're new to this, you ask me questions as well because I can pay it forward. Um, a friend of mine, he from California, sent me a empty roll for my filament. I didn't have one. He sent me one. Hey, a favor's a favor. When he needs something, I got him too. But it's great when you have help. You're not alone, so you are not alone in this community. You can always ask questions of somebody on YouTube, somebody on TikTok, somebody on Instagram. You can always ask questions. Someone in the 3D printing world is out there, and we're coming out like woodworks like crazy now, and so many stuff are being made. And it's cool. It's a cool thing to do lately, and I enjoy it. Hey, if I can decide it from making my own like this here. If I don't like it, I can make my own off on my 3D printer, and it's kind of cool. Um, but like I said, you gotta learn, and you learn somewhere. But learning here is fun. Learning is fundamental, and I'm here if you need me. So if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe. So the more you like it, the many people who like it, subscribe, the more videos I can bring to you. So have a good night.